live from random secret studios throughout Philadelphia and the Delaware Valley.
I'm the Capo. He's the Prez.
And this is Sons of Ben.
The Pod.
After a long, God, it had to be more than 14-day hiatus, gentlemen. Welcome back, everybody, to episode, I can only say, Irving Fryar. Adam, what a tragedy and mess his life has been since he quit playing football.
That is a really dark way to start this particular episode, but it definitely was the best number we can come up with here because, either that or James Thrash. So it was a really tough, competition.
Yeah, it was tough. So it was Irving Fryar, who at least he gave the Harley back after he went back to the Redskins. So that was good.
He gave that actually is such a memorable thing in my childhood. Devin, do you know this moment?
I do not.
Okay, Irving Fryar got a Harley Davidson because he convinced the Eagles that he was retiring. That's just it. He was done. And so they gave him a literal motorcycle that he drove out of the vet into the sunset, basically, with his pads on and everything.
Respect. That's
wait. Then he comes back literally the next year and signs with the Washington football franchise.
That's even better.
He gave the Harley back, though. He actually
so the Eagles made him return that thing. Yeah, so it was pretty funny. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce that this week's guest was supposed to be Chris Albright, but apparently he ate some Skyline chili and he couldn't make the pod. You put two and two together. I don't want to make any more poo jokes.
One of the things I found fascinating was their fans on Twitter after we kicked their ass. I mean, it wasn't really ass kicking, but we had our children play them, so it feels like an ass kicking in the grand scheme of things. Shout out to Harris Medunijan. But they were like, hey, well, we stole your front office guy, so Nana Boo Boo. And I'm like, I'm not sure if y'all are being sarcastic right now, but I'm really hoping you are for the sake of your own dignity. Oh, we stole Chris Albright is our answer to only winning 14 games in our entire history in MLS.
Yeah. And just, good luck to Chris. Great guy. He is Quinn Sullivan's cousin.
I hope he turns him around.
But there were a couple articles the Union couldn't hold on to him. If you got to pick between Chris Albright and Ernst Tanner, stop. Don't even answer that.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Are you it's not like you're going to promote him. And of course, let the guy go do his thing. Why is there this hate there? I don't understand it. The Union are the bad guys for letting him go. It's no, they're letting him progress his career. What?
And it was mostly the media, the soccer media, who maybe I guess they're mad that their career isn't progressing, so they're just angry about stuff. But I was like, dude, you can't.
Are we not the soccer media?
Well,
are we the soccer media now?
Not according to the soccer media.
That's fair. Yeah. Or the Cooligan soccer media, because I'm saying if that's our eventual trajectory here,
Yeah. So congrats to Chris. Let's do the housekeeping. Beer the Pod, Yards, 2SB, support those that 2SP, support those that support
2SB.
us. Yeah, man. And now you got to talk about that too.
That's my favorite hip hop group from the 90s.
You didn't like Two Live Crew?
They weren't live enough for me, if I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get into the Sons of Ben news, the housekeeping. 2022 kits are being planned, so get ready to re-dupe it up, re-sign up. We will have word on that when we start up the new year right after the playoffs. It'll be time to get the new kits out and start strong for 2022. We're already in the off-season planning, even though we've got regular season and playoffs. This Tuesday, speaking of turning the page, Tuesday night at 2SP from 5 to 9 p.m. This is Tuesday, the 19th of October, everyone. It is Say Goodbye to the Shield. We're going to bring the Shield out one last time. 2SP is going to offer $4 pints of Pony Boy. And if you haven't had 1, 2, 3, or 1,000 pictures with the Shield, this is your chance. Me and Devin are going to be there. We're going to make Adam go. We might even do a little live remote recording of the pod, but we're So just to recap that, guys, Tuesday, the 19th, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we will have the Shield. There's $4 pints of Pony Boy. We're all going to be there. So if you haven't seen the Shield, which I don't know who hasn't, this is your opportunity because I am on the road on Wednesday to give it to New England as they should be clinching against the mighty DC United. So we'll talk more on that. Merch, we still got Rally House and 47 hats. I think the 47 hats are dwindling quickly, so we're going to plan some new ones, including a 15th anniversary one. And we are also planning some holiday merch. So just keep your eye out for that. We're hoping to have some of that on or around, right around that Thanksgiving period. So you'll see some holiday merch. And last thing I got to really say is just keep some good thoughts and prayers for World Cup 2026. www.philadelphia2026.com. We put our best foot forward, and now we are hoping for it's Q1 of 2022. So for all you non-financial people, that's January, February, March. They should be making an announcement if we got this sucker. So,
I'm really hoping we get it, or I'm just hoping that there's a resolution of this because, I mean, maybe it's not just me, maybe it's people that listen to the podcast, but I'm tired of hearing Matt talk about it every damn week.
www Philadelphia.
I am the original hipster when it comes to Matt, hating Matt when it comes to this entire mentioning. I'm just like, look, I'm here for it, but it was just like, damn, they've been here. Now we're praying. Now we're here actually giving action. Like, wait, go into the Zodiac with it now.
Wait till January's first episode in January, where will be the countdown to 2026.
Oh boy.
And I'll give you the exact dates and hours before the World Cup comes to Philadelphia.
Actually, real talk, if you have an active clock behind you the entire time, then I'm here for all of your content. You can do whatever the hell you want. But I need active countdown where I can see it because I want this to be like, New Year's Eve in New York. I want this.
I'm sure I will be able to work that out. Now, Devin, this is your time to shine because you're sick of me talking about www.philadelphia2026.com. I'm tired of hearing. How's that Discord?
Discord's great. Discord's been still going strong. It's still pinned on the top of the Sons of Ben, the pod Twitter. So if you haven't joined yet, which I don't know what you're doing if you haven't, go to the Twitter, join up.
All right, now we got to get into the Union news, and boy, it's been a long time since we recorded, so we've got a lot to unpack. Let's start with we played the Columbus Crew. Adam, did we win that game?
We did, and it looked the score line. I feel doesn't necessarily reflect on the performance by your Philadelphia Union because it was pretty comprehensive. It was an effort that you would expect against a team as bad as, Cincinnati has been all year.
Columbus.
But, Columbus. Crap. Insert Ohio team here. No, but look, they also have not been good this year. It's weird to watch a team win the whole thing and then look very, very in place to not make the playoffs in the following year, even when they have this brand new shiny stadium that they're just, showing off with their World Cup qualifiers and what's all,
It's why Columbus can't have nice things. It was, listen, I'm always happy with a win.
Yeah.
I was happy with the day in general. I mean,
yes.
Devin, you want to talk about the tailgate? I mean, that was actually a pretty nice turnout.
Was good.
Do you remember the tailgate, Devin?
No, I don't remember many things these days.
It's been a whirlwind for Devin over here.
Yeah, tailgate, great as always. That's all I got.
Yeah, I was watching. This is how long it's been. I was watching this on my laptop in a convention center in San Diego.
San
Diego means a whale's foot. No, yeah. So I was in San Diego watching it on my laptop with no sound because A, I didn't have headphones, and 2, I couldn't have it blasting well. So I was trying to listen a little bit, couldn't. But hey, listen, a win's a win's a win. So.
It's always good to beat the yellow soccer team. It was a very comprehensive victory. I'd like to see the boys all getting their scores. Andre Blake was as good as he has been, all season. It was a treat to enjoy that contest. And basically, I like this is what the Union should be doing. It's like when they're settled down, they control the midfield, their young guys are coming in, all of them are making impacts, and it's just this team looks good and dangerous now. And you look at teams like the New Englands of the world, and you're like, they got the Shield. That's pretty much going to be a wrap. But do they look possibly vulnerable in the playoffs? They might. This looks like a Union team that can definitely try to make some noise in the East.
Yeah, and we'll get into this with the Cincy game. It feels like the offense finally woke up, which we've been asking for. We know the center backs are playing well. The defense looks good. Andre Blake is Andre Blake, and the midfield's just strong, but we just haven't been putting the ball in the back of the net. And it seems to be happening now. So, we're going to see now. Speaking of, Adam, what did you think about that game at Cincy?
Look, you got yourself a team that is in disarray. The addition of Chris Albright mid-season is a great for Chris, but it shows that Cincinnati was in a position that they needed to make a change of that level. And the Union, they knew that they were not going to have a lot of their bullets because of the international break, which, again, MLS continues to baffle me in their, insistence to have games when they know the better teams are going to lose half their rosters, because it's now much more of an international league than it was, let's say, 5-10 years ago. But anyway, I digress.
Adam, when you need to pay the mortgage, you can't take a vacation. You got to keep working. And the MLS has got to pay their mortgage. They got to pay the bills.
No, they totally do. But it's just like, do you, the fan, want to come out and see a product when you know half of your team's coming out? Like us, the diehards, of course, but like, what's the casual fan
after that game against
when they're
Cincinnati?
Just like, no.
Yes. After that game, after seeing the babies play, yes. I want to see more of this.
Yes, they're an interesting dynamic that has now made the Union even more of an interesting watch, not just on a local level, but a national level. Because, we've already sold DeVries, not sold, but we've loaned out DeVries to Venezia already. And it's hard-pressed to me to believe guys like McGlynn and Paxton Aronson and Quinn Sullivan, do you keep them all to let them grow here on the first team? Do you give them minutes on the outside and reap the benefits of the financial flexibility that might create? I'm not sure where you want to go with this. Obviously, Ernest Tanner has a vision here, but it's like in the grand scheme of things, you have a young core of kids who haven't even gone to their senior prom yet that you actually trust in high pressure situations on the road in games that matter, games that you need, games that have now propelled you in shouting distance of the second seed in the East, when at times you were flirting with the red line.
Well, I don't want to put words in any player's mouth, but I'm going to tell you one person and his answer.
Just Jim Curtins.
No, Kasper Shabilko says, damn it, I need me an Aronson on the field all the damn time. Aronson with that beautiful assist to him. I think he needs an Aronson for him to score in the double digits for the Philadelphia Union. So I think they want the kids.
He is a guy who needs service. That's really obvious. Shabilko is not necessarily a man who's going to get out on the break and create his. But what he has an ability to do, especially if you give him space, is to find the point where the goalie is not and slot the ball there. One of my favorite Shabilko goals, and I think everyone will remember this, is the away goal that he had against Orlando, where he had an opportunity to put it on his right foot, put it on his left foot, and then just kind of give it a nice little, like all our FIFA players will know out there, it was a finesse shot. It was a nice little curler that went right around the goalkeeper. And it was the quintessential Shabilko goal. If you can give him time and space, he's absolutely lethal. Like he does it. He has enough like coolness. Like he's got enough ice in the veins where if you give him enough time, he's gonna finish it. The problem is he's not a creator, so you need a natural 10 to be there for Shabilko to thrive. Santos, give him the ball. He'll figure it out.
No, and like I said, it was, Paxton to Casper, which was a very pretty goal. And then Nate with a beautiful assist to Paxton. And my kid got some air. I mean, little Paxton got up it looked like he had like a 36-inch vertical on that header. So that was pretty impressive, to say the least, for all of the kids coming into play. I mean, I know it was Cincinnati, but you know what? Cincinnati still has full-grown ass adults, and the Union took care of business. And shout out to Matty Ice. He had a good game too. Where's he from again, Adam?
The man from where? Wayne Mother Bleepin, Pennsylvania, America's greatest hometown, as you already know. And it's really fun to see him mature into a very capable backup goalie. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like when you have a situation in hockey where you have two different goalies that you can rely on in any given moment. It's a very comfortable feeling that we have right now with being able to play Matt Freese when Andre Blake and Neville gets called up, as he is the captain of Jamaica.
Yeah. Now up next, and Devin, I'm going to ask you this because you're the expert on internal conflicts on the pod with your fandom. Can you have a internal derby? Meaning, if you own a team and they're playing against your traditional hometown, is this the Richard Leibovich derby upcoming when we play his hometown of Montreal? Okay,
Yes.
so he's conflicted, even though he wants the.
Yes, but of course he has to root for the. It's all about the money. He's got to root for the team.
But it's also bragging rights, because I'm sure his friends that he went to grammar school and high school and everything, he wants to be like, look what I did. I just whooped your whole my former city's ass. But yeah, so it's the Richard Leibovich derby is coming up next, and this is a 1:00 start. Is that did I read the schedule right? We got an afternoon away game. We got some day drinking to do.
That's right.
I'm good old Canada. Loving it. I'm here for some look. The evolution of Matt's transitions on this podcast is like, it makes me a proud papa. Just watching him get better and better.
It only took 80 episodes to get here, but
look,
it's all right.
It took me 80 episodes to figure out how the headphones work on this thing. So we all have our battles, But legitimately, here's the thing. This is an away trip that I need to do. I need to get up to Montreal for an away game. That's definitely something that's on my list. And now that Canada's been opened up, I'm definitely trying to get to even Toronto. I'm just trying to get over and see my friends above the border. But look, I love this matchup right now because it's definitely a good barometer for this team and where they're at this very moment. If you can go up there and get a result in Montreal, I feel pretty confident about what they can do moving forward. So this is an exciting time. And I love me some kegs and eggs. So, I love me some day drinking.
So I got 2 points for that. A, you are right. Montreal is a trip I want to do. So here's a plug. Elections are coming up for the board, and we need a travel director. So if you like traveling, you should run for the travel director position so Adam and I and Devin can go to Montreal next year. That's what we need. And Adam, you're right. Kegs and eggs. Perfect. Yeah, we need that. But we are flirting with second place. So this is getting very interesting at the right time of the year. Unlike the Phillies, unlike the Eagles, unlike the Sixers, I'm still hopeful for the Flyers, for God's sakes.
The Phillies were interesting.
But you knew deep down.
Look, we knew. I mean, I knew deep down once Rhys Hoskins was hurt, it was really for naught. But anyway, here's the thing. The one thing you cannot say right now is the 76ers are not interesting.
They're interesting. But
because that is a lot. That's headline news right there in Camden.
The Union are good interesting.
Look, I'm excited for this.
We're flirting between.
They're good for interesting for good reasons.
So this is a good time to be a Union fan. So looking up forward to the 1:00 Montreal game at a pub near you. Adam, you're waving me off. You all right?
apparently you didn't see Furkan Korkmaz. Well, I say apparently you didn't see Furkan Korkmaz.
I did. He was running the point. Who needs Ben Simmons, when he can run the point?
Look, the man dropped 27 on 2 future Hall of Famers. I just want to talk about just a gentle conversation, but
You can keep going, Adam.
No, I'm good.
No, I wasn't going. I just got stopped
good.
again by my internet.
It was actually, yeah.
Let me
No,
interject here so I remember to edit this out. Thank you. That's all.
Yeah. Just boop. No.
That's how I look for where to edit now.
Yeah.
It's where I talk.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
like, yeah.
all right, this is where I have to edit out. This is where
Gentle Devin fluctuations. By the way, end of the podcast. We're totally talking about the NHL and ESPN. I'm loving this shit. This is
I didn't see it yet.
I've had so much fun watching last night's game between Vegas and Seattle.
Dude, I meant to stay up for that game and I just passed
so
out. Was it good?
It was
got a lot of
so
editing to do.
good. Also,
I was gonna stay up and watch it.
it was so good though. Oh my
we
god.
can keep this. Fuck that.
By the way, the Kraken's uniforms are
Oh my god. I want to
crisp.
Only
I'm
thing
gonna
made
make-
in China,
getting one.
Devin.
I'm definitely getting one. Whatever third jersey it is, whatever they're gonna make as a third jersey, I already want it because it's gonna be that like seafoam blue, and I'm already all about it. It's beautiful.
They got something there.
Look, that's how you come into a league, people. Like other teams need to take notes.
Speaking of teams with green in their uniforms, how about Austin? Jesus.
Yo, Austin FC. That's been
All right, let's get this train back on the tracks.
I'm having fun watching
But,
Valverde.
I mean,
I guess we got to do that at some point.
Adam,
We might.
I know
That's
you're
an
thrilled
away
about
game.
Furky from Turkey being the point guard, but we got to get back to the Union. We got to get back to. We got a home match on the 23rd. It's a revenge game
Yeah.
against Nashville for ruining my birthday trip to Nashville. Friggin' scumbags. So we get to play Nashville on the 23rd. Again, second place. We're looking at sniffing into second place. So, we want home field for the playoffs. This is important. Devin, we got some tailgate action, correct? I mean, this is the second to last tailgate before playoffs.
That's right.
We're going to have the deets. We're going to have the beverages. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. And then keep in mind, we will be announcing.
By the way, I know we skipped over this for the last tailgate real quick. I did now that you mentioned it, I remembered something about the last tailgate I would have mentioned real quick. Decent Watson had these chicken sausages that had spinach and like Gouda cheese in them. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway,
Well, hopefully we get more of that action because I missed out. I'm going to have to put a special request in for that. But yeah, we've got the 23rd Nashville tailgate link and everything is up. And the 31st, we will be doing something special for Halloween. We're still planning a couple things, but it's the first time I think we've ever had a game on Halloween.
We are. Yes, we want to go big for this one. We're gonna do costume contest, pumpkin carving, candy, of course. Do all kinds of stuff. Bring the kids out. It's gonna be a fun time.
Devin's bringing his panel van with free candy written on the side of it. It's gonna be exciting.
That's all right. Speaking of kids coming to games, did you want to plug something about that for the 23rd? Aren't they doing that kids night?
It is kids night at the for the Union. So they have asked us to help participate. We will have a TIFO that your kids can help paint and sign on the plaza. And two, and this is in Adam's wheelhouse, we are looking for our own homegrown talent for capos. So any of the Utes out there, members of the Utes members, whatever, if you are a child, you can now be an Adam Booth. You can dress up in Yeezys like Adam and get on the megaphone. What?
Totally don't have any Yeezys. If you know people who have Yeezys that want to, give them to me, we can have a conversation.
Well, you don't have to give Adam Yeezys to get your kid on the capo stand. But if you're interested, just reach out to anyone on the board. Reach out to Adam. If you're listening, you know how to get in touch with us. We're going to have some of the kids do capo, drumming, everything. So it's all about the kids, all about the kids on the 23rd.
Wu Fang, as always, is for the children.
Let's see if I can get through some of this else. MLS news, as we said earlier, it looks like the Shield is New England bound. They've already scheduled it. maybe this will jinx them. Maybe they'll go on an epic loss and Seattle will come out. We have to send it on a donkey out to Seattle, but looks like New England's going to clinch the sucker. Congrats to you scumbags. Anyhow, speaking of people we love, alumni update. We finally got an answer, guys. Looked like somebody from the Brotherly Game did a piece on the 3 European alumni that are in, playing. So, but yeah, the latest rumors, of course, we're now watching the U.S. men's team against Costa Rica, where Brendan Aronson is playing a major role for the men's team in these games. But the sniff is the rumor. Adam, and you're the Serie A expert.
No, I'm the Series C.
Is AC Milan a good spot for him?
What,
you don't think he can mesh with Zlatan?
No, I don't think so. I think Serie... See, that's the thing about it, is Serie A, so it's like this, and it's like, I don't think we Americans take for serious how much of a, how you say, difference and vibe and life that each one of these leagues take on. And it's just like, for me, I would have loved to see him just go to Bundesliga and call that a day, and then move on to it, because it's just Serie A is a dogfight, and there's a lot of good stadiums and there's a lot of terrible stadiums, and there's a lot of weird trips, there's a lot of good trips, and it's just like, Serie A is a fun game. It's going to be interesting. And look, I'm not going to bemoan anyone going to AC Milan. I mean, mother bleep, you made it, kid. You're going to one of the best clubs that ever was a soccer club. But as a whole, do I think it's a good fit for Brendan? Nah, I actually really don't. I think he could. I think he'd be better off, staying in that part of Europe.
Listen, selfishly, I want him to go to La Liga and play for Real Sociedad, so I can go to San Sebastian and eat beautiful food in Basque Country. But that's not going to happen. So, you know what? AC Milan is one hell of a brand and a good, and by the way, we do get commission off of this. So AC Milan can spend some of that money.
Anyone who wants to buy Brendan Aronson, I'm happy for him. I'm a person who loves myself some Italian soccer, but I'm like, not everyone's built for that league. That league is a fun game, but you got to be built. You're built differently over there for that one.
I'm up for, we want to do a Montreal road trip. I would do a Milan road trip.
All right, so let me tell you about the Atlantic Ocean, my guy. There's no road. You got to fly. Well,
that's a challenge for our next travel director, so that's fine. I'm sure they're up for it. Elections are coming up soon. Throw your hat in the ring. Now, they did, and this is a while ago, Red Bull did win over Lille in the Champions League, and then our boy Mark McKenzie did not do so well in the Europa, but they are both on the journey to the U.S. men's national team, as we see. We had Jamaica on Thursday in Austin. Good result, solid result. We got the win. Aronson got an assist. I thought he's going to get a goal over him, but, didn't happen. At Panama, terrible loss. I'll let you guys talk about that. And then tonight we've got Costa Rica, and as we're looking at it, it's a 1-1 draw at halftime. So what are you guys thinking about the U.S. men's national team in their World Cup bid?
I mean, I love the children, right? I'm here for that, right? I don't even know if you have a veteran that I'd even trust in this moment. But it feels like you're missing a presence of the true outright leadership in this moment, where I'd almost even can we put Michael Bradley in there for 5 minutes? I don't know. I need someone to babysit the children, because I just don't trust that they don't immediately feel themselves after every victory, and they don't believe that they're just supposed to run through the hex because they're the United States of America. There's an arrogance to this team that I don't enjoy. And it bothers me such. It's not like they're outright oh, we're better than you, that kind of way, but it's obvious they don't play to their opponents. there's a respect factor going on. Like they'll play good in America because it's in front of their home fans, and Austin's a good crowd, and like Jamaica's having a moment right now, definitely, when a team that a lot of people thought was going to qualify probably won't, and it's weird how that happened with the Reggae Boys, but a completely different pod. I don't like the attitude that I feel from this team. I'm not sure Greg's the guy. I don't like it. It's big to me where you're putting Jazzy Zardes in when we're trying to go to the World Cup. This ain't the Gold Cup. It's the World Cup. And I mean, like, he's good, but I'm like, is that still what we're doing? I mean, why don't you just bring out Bobby Wood? Like, what are we doing?
Listen, I think you hit the nail on the head, but in another way, you're looking for the adult in the room. Shouldn't that be Greg? I kind of put a lot of this on, as much as I feel bad for Greg, because coaching in this with COVID and the players coming from Europe and who can come over and who can't and who's injured, this roster's been a complete rotating door of young players. But in the end, isn't that his job to get these kids ready, to have them say, hey, you're going to Panama. Here's what the crowd's going to be like. You can't let it affect you, and when you're in Columbus, Ohio, you shouldn't be 1-1 against an aging Costa Rica team. So I'm kind of all on Greg and even Ernie right now for what this team's doing.
But it's like, but here's what you have, though, and this is what it is. It's like a Kentucky basketball team where the collection of all of these gentlemen are good soccer players. You have an entire team of some of the best players in the world, and they cannot really figure out how to play with each other. And it's mainly because I don't know what the rotations do at this point. You know who your 11. You have to know what your 11 is for the World Cup at this point, right? Like if you were going to go play the World Cup tomorrow, I assume Greg knows who his 11 is. But by the way he plays all of these World Cup qualifiers, I have no bleeping idea. And that's the problem I have.
I don't think he knows.
Are we? But like, am I really about to see Paul Areola in the World Cup? Is Sebastian Lletget really going to be making this much noise for this World Cup team? It's not like he's played bad, but like we got Timothy Way, we got Musa, we got Pulisic.
Okay. So if the U.S. men's team in Panama for some reason draw or win, are we having the same conversation?
Yes.
Because are we?
I am because I'm because I'm a hater, to be honest with you. As I wear my U.S. jersey,
I think the whole Panama thing was obviously Greg Berhalter's fault for rotating the whole team. But like, I don't think we're not in emergency mode yet. I don't think we're not like in fear of missing the World Cup. I don't think.
Are you confident we don't miss the World Cup for the second time in a row? Because I'm not convinced I don't know if we're going to Qatar. This game that's currently going on has a big impact on that, but I'm not.
Yeah. I would say I'm 75% confident that we will qualify.
We're watching.
That's a really low number. Realistically,
peel behind the curtain. We are all sitting here watching this game while we're recording it. That's where there's some pauses, and this is 1-1 in the. What are we at the 50 something minute, guys? 56 minute, and I don't feel like I know who this team is and what their style of play is. It's just a mess.
I mean, listen, they're also missing a lot of pieces right now. I mean, obviously, when you have
Costa Rica's 9,000,
things are going to look a little different. But
Costa Rica's 9,000 years old. Those guys have got freaking like Roombas and crap to get around the field.
But here's the thing. That's the difference, though. There's this level of experience. There's this level of craftiness. It's like when you throw Jamie Moyer out there in your World Series bid. This is what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a team that knows how to break down when we have a bunch of 24-year-olds out there.
We should be running them into the ground because they're almost in retirement mode, but we're not.
But
so
we're not.
I'm on the if this doesn't go well, it's all Greg's fault, but we're gonna see. Now, Adam, now we have to talk about something that gives us pleasure, that gives us happiness, that brings joy to our life. I can't wait till they're back. But man, you're Chelsea. We took on powerhouse Southampton and just took care of business. Like when you play a giant in the world, you need to slay that giant, and that's what they did. And Adam, and I don't know if this is true right now, but who's top of the table?
Chelsea.
That's good to know. Devin turned off his camera because he doesn't want me to see him getting sick. But Devin, we're going to need you because you got to let me know what's going on with Tottenham and Brentford. And who exactly is higher on the table right now?
So right now, Brentford is still in 7th place, higher than Tottenham. So they're hell, they're having a fantastic season, and we'll see how they do this weekend. But
now, I don't want to do a spoiler on the Ted Lasso, but I think Richmond might have gotten some points off of Brentford in the finale.
I actually haven't seen the finale, so do not spoil it.
I'm about to stab this man from across of a computer. But here's the thing that I find interesting is, will this be the most unexpected St. Tottenham's Day of all time? Like, if Arsenal actually finishes above you guys, I think this would be a world-class St. Tottenham's Day.
We're 7 games in. I'm not that worried yet. And honestly, I have not been following Tottenham as much as I've been following Brentford. So there's that.
If I have
Look,
to
man,
sum
he's
up,
already flipped.
If I have to sum up Devin in this pod, it is the number 7. He's 75% sure the U.S. men's team will make the World Cup, and there's only 7 games in Tottenham, so he hasn't completely jumped off the ship. So Devin is 70% loyal to these 2 squads, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Give it 7 more games, and that number will be a lot lower for Tottenham, I'm sure.
And 7 more minutes for the U.S. men's team, is that what you're saying?
And there's that too.
Look, I just heard another rumor that Chelsea's looking at Eden Hazard, and I'm just like, well, I'm like, where are you going to put him? Where is he going to go? Like, what? Who are you benching now? What?
I really need to know.
Cool, but like, who are you?
How did
loading,
Roman
like,
get all this damn money? Because God, that is just throwing money away. That is just buckets
really
and
is.
buckets of money. To let's face it, Premier League teams do not make you any money until you sell the damn team. So it's like he's just dumping money down the. Oh
No,
my God!
He wants to make sure that they win 6 Champions Leagues in a row, and put them in a position to be one of the greatest of all time. And so when he sells it, it's even higher than the value it's at now, which is already buku money.
I guess with the price of oil going up, there's somebody in the Saudi Arabia that can afford Chelsea now. That's the only way I can see someone buying Chelsea, but we'll see.
Look, did you just see how much Newcastle's owner is worth?
Boy.
That man is worth 3 digits of billion.
And that just proves to you,
figures.
ladies and gentlemen, John Gruden could get a job in the NFL if he was worth $300 billion.
Oh my God. Look, real quick, everyone, go to your emails. Google every bad word that you've ever heard. Just search it in your emails and delete all that stuff. Go to your Twitters. Do it. It's a very simple thing to do. I'm trying to save half of y'all from getting into trouble. Because here's the honestly, he's like, you can't, why are you sending emails to people like that? Like, why? Like, why? First of all, why are you sending emails? Can you not text a person all of those thoughts?
Well,
I feel like
texts don't disappear either, my friend.
No, but it's like you're texting, you're like on the company dime, like you're at the ESPN and you're texting a dude who's in the NFL, the ESPN and the NFL are partners. There's just so much of this. Also, remember, the original thing that started all this off is you're sending cheerleaders topless photos to Bruce Allen. Let's have a conversation.
Well, listen, nothing good happens when you send an email to anybody in Washington. Washington, anything. Football team, DC, United, Spirit, it doesn't matter. If it starts with Washington.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Delete the frickin' email. But Devin, did we miss anything in this wonderful roller coaster that we've been on?
Nothing at all. Let's wrap it up because this has been a rough one.
This is going to be rough, and we'll figure it out. But thanks, Comcast. And remember, the 19th, everyone, come on out for your last last look at the Shield before we have to give it to Bruce and
Hang
the
on a
boys.
second. There's somebody in the Philadelphia Union media team, as we were talking about media earlier, that has gotten a goal in Subaru Park. Adam, do you want to?
Talking Dupe with Ryan got himself the GW in a New Jersey rivalry for the ages. It was a 1 goal in the waning moments, and the podcaster that started this all, the man on YouTube before the rest of us knew Union Pods needed to be a thing. This boy has grown up to be a young man, and he's scoring goals in the Sub, and he's hearing the Dupe song specifically for him. The joy, the feeling, the electricity must be coursing through his veins. I can't even imagine.
Man, he beat Kingsway.
Shout
Come
out,
on.
Ryan.
He beat Kingsway. Kingsway.
You
we talking
are-
Kingsway? We talking
Let
Kingsway.
me tell you. Let me
We're
tell
not
you about
talking
the
Gloucester
level.
Catholic. We're
Hang
not
on,
talking
wait,
Bishop
Matt,
Eustace.
have you scored a goal in Subaru Park?
Have you done
Have you?
anything in Subaru Park? What is the most
I've done some
memorable
stuff in
thing
Subaru
you've done?
Park. I have
What
have
is the
done some
most
stuff in
memorable
Subaru Park.
thing you've done in Subaru Park, my guy?
I think I did present the only trophy to the team at one
Wasn't
of
even the
Subaru
real
Park.
one. Wasn't even the real one.
I
It
presented it. Just
wasn't
saying.
even.
It
you
wasn't
presented-
against Kingsway. Wasn't
You
against
presented.
Kingsway.
You presented a prop from New York Comic Con. That's what you presented.
But nah, congratulations to Ryan for beating Kingsway. It's Kingsway. They're a bunch of farmers.
Look, I have no idea about South Jersey soccer, so I'm happy for the introduction. But thank you. Here's the thing: if we have anyone from Kingsway who listens to the podcast, just know that Matt's a grumpy hater. I don't like it. This doesn't reflect me or Devin. We love you guys. You're great. Come see us anytime.
Anybody from Kingsway would probably agree with me too. Don't worry about it.
Damn, man, he's doubling down. I love this. It's like
Cowtown
Blackjack in Atlantic
Rodeo.
City.
Cowtown Rodeo. That's Kingsway country.
Look, I'm right next to the Devon Horse Show. Stone, glass houses, stones.
Devon Horse Show and Cowtown Rodeo aren't even the same.
It's a rodeo.
That's,
It's an elegant rodeo.
dude, my man, that is
A
Walmart and Neiman
equestrian-based
Marcus. That is Walmart and Neiman
Equestrian
Marcus.
based rodeo. Hey man, we got horses. That's all I'm saying. Horses in the wild next to a BMW dealership. That's all.
Devin, good luck with editing this one, but leave all the Kingsway stuff. And it looks like the U.S. just scored. Oh, God. Everyone, thanks a lot for episode number Irving Fryer. I think we did him proud with what a train wreck this truly was.
Tim Weah with the goal too.
Tim Weah.
You know who it
good
wasn't?
goal. Wait it.
It wasn't Paul Areola, you sons of